Hey, I'm awfully sleepy. Could you buy me a coffee?
No.
Okay.
Buy Me a Coffee is a Patreon-like service that I used in order to take donations and subscriptions. The main reward to a subscription was access to a library where I kept projects in beta and unfinished works. Recently, when I went to pull out the last 30 days of funds, Buy Me a Coffee failed the transaction and put my account into review. When I backed out, I was informed that, hey, all the money in the account will be refunded and not transferred to my bank. This isn't the first time that someone in the 2A community has been kicked off of a platform, and it's not going to be the last. But there is a trend that's already started to ruin its way through Hollywood, our schools, and is now pushing its way through our financial systems. Let's talk about that. First, with Hollywood glorifying the use of weapons for entertainment, but the same actors profiting off of these movies and then speaking out for gun control, leaving the podium to their entourage of armed guards. To the schools, once with like shooting clubs, hunter safety classes. I remember actually bringing a rifle to my middle school library to take a hunter safety course myself when I was a teen, and just overall having a gun safety mindset. Those with mental disorders or psychotic issues or psychiatric issues are actually provided aid and help, not placated and told their delusions are totally real. And now the financial institutions. The IRS tracking certain bank accounts with AI and us totally trusting that they would never overreach and use them in other types of accounts or for other reasons.
Sure, Jan.
Or the fact that card companies wanted to track gun purchases in the first place, although it's supposedly on pause for now. And that brings me to Middleton Made. Getting processed from a website took months. Every bank would see, oh, it's a firearm company, skeptical. Then they'd see nuts and bolts and springs being sold for these ghost guns, and they deny it. Literally took months and dozens of companies to get accepted. Companies like Stripe and PayPal that'll work with large majority of websites mean you can easily find a place to host if you want to show your butthole to your pervy uncle. It's a little bit easier to do that than to send a sporadic newsletter about my DIY projects. I don't know if there's really anything we can do, truly, to have an impact other than to avoid using the services and establishments that are openly anti-gun. And even then, this relies on your fellow man to participate to the same degree, and the companies that you do patron decide not to get into bed with those companies as well. Now, on the bright side, there are some companies that have expressed their support for us and their disdain for the anti-2A movement. One of which I've been on for a while, and I'll actively be utilizing much more going forward. And that's Player, formerly Utreon. I plan to cross-post all of my YouTube content here as well, and all the update videos for the subscribers. Those interested in beta testing my designs and providing feedback will have access to the Discord to discuss and share images, as well as my library where I'll share these files. If you choose to subscribe, your contribution will be greatly appreciated, as this is my full-time job now. If subscribing has any sort of financial burden on you or your family, please don't subscribe at all. All of my work becomes public once we have it working well. Speaking of Discord, the server is public and you can join and chat with others anytime. There's rooms for troubleshooting, sharing your builds, just chatting, and I'd love to have you around. But I'll be the square, and I'll wrap up. Thank you for your support and your kind words through all this Buy Me a Coffee drama. I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys, so yeah, thank you. You can't stop the signal. I'll see you in the next one.